Hello and welcome to Conduction and Breakdown in Liquid Dielectrics. This is module 1. We are still in module 1. Okay, this is part 8 of my presentation. Okay, so in this presentation, we'll be talking about liquid which are used as dielectrics. We have talked about gases. Now we'll be talking about liquids, and we'll see how these liquids are used in dielectrics and in insulators. Okay. Now the liquid dielectric, because of their inherent property, appear as though they would be more useful as insulating material than either solid or gases. This is because both liquid and solids are usually 10 to the power 3 times denser than gases, and hence from Paschen's law it would follow that they possess much higher dielectric strength in order of 10 to the power 7 voltage per centimeter. Now we have seen this Paschen's law, which has the relation between the voltage breakdown with the pressure and the distance between the between the two electrodes. Now, since uh, it is at least 1,000 times denser than gases, it will take much more volume or much more voltage per centimeter to cause a dielectric breakdown. Also, liquids like gases uh, fill the complete volume to be insulated and simultaneously will dissipate heat by convection. Oil is about 10 times more efficient than air or nitrogen in its heat transfer capability when used in transformers. Since the liquid fill up all the spaces, it is much more efficient in transferring heat from one point to the other. Although liquids are expected to give a very high dielectric strength of the order of 10 to the power 10 to the power 6 volt per centimeter, in actual practice the strength is obtained only of the order of 100 kilovolt per centimeter. Okay. Now we'll be talking about the uses of dielectric. Liquid dielectrics are used mainly as impregnants in high voltage cables and capacitors and for filling up transformers and circuit breakers. Liquid dielectric also acts as a heat transfer agent in transformers and as arc quenching media in circuit breakers. If you have heard of circuit breakers and how for a big circuit breaker there is a requirement to quench the arc that is formed when the two poles but that has been previously joined are disconnected and the arc is formed. Hence here the liquid dielectric helps in the quenching the arc. Okay, so uh, this is one of the uses. The liquid dielectric also acts as a heat transfer agent in transformer and as also an arc quenching media in circuit breakers, which we have talked. Now, it also for the petroleum oils, that is the transformer oil, are most commonly used in liquid dielectrics. Synthetic hydrocarbons and halogenated hydrocarbons are also used for certain applications. For very high temperature application, silicon oils and fluorinated hydrocarbons are employed. However, it may be mentioned that some of the isomers of polychlorinated diphenyls, generally called ascaryls, have been found to be very toxic and poisonous and hence their use are almost stopped. Okay, so we'll talk about liquid as the liquid as insulators. So we'll talk about this dielectric uh, a bit more. So liquid dielectric normally are mixtures of hydrocarbon and are weakly polarized. When used for electrical insulation purposes, they should be free from moisture, products of oxidation and other contaminants. The most important factor that affects the electrical strength of insulating oil is the presence of water in the form of fine droplets suspended in the oil. The presence of even 0.01% of water in transformer oil reduces its electrical strength to 20% of the dry value. So even in the presence of water, particles in oil reduces the dielectric strength of the transformer oil. The dielectric strength of oil reduces more sharply if it contains fibrous impurities in addition of water. Okay. Now, before that, I need to tell you that in practice, the choice of liquid dielectric for a given application is made mainly on the basis of its chemical stability, whether it is stable for a long period of time. Because when you are using a dielectric and you're keeping it remains there for a long period of time, there are lot of environmental effects that are being affected on it, and its chemical property might change. So more than anything, we need a much more chemically stable dielectric material. Okay. Now we'll go to the classifications of liquid dielectric. So in the recent years, a substitute of mineral oils, other polyester oils have been developed, which are extensively used as transformer in Europe and other countries. One such is the halogen-free penta etithyl tetrafatty polyester oil, that is PETFP oil, which has a very good electrical, physical, and thermal properties. Okay, but we'll be talking about different other types of transformer, other type of liquid dielectrics here. There are different types of liquid dielectrics. One of them are the transformer oil or the mineral oil. As already mentioned, the transformer oil is the most commonly used liquid dielectric in power apparatus. It is an almost colorless liquid consisting of mixture of hydrocarbons which include paraffins, isoparaffins, naphthalenes, and aromatics. When in service, the liquid in a transformer is subjected to prolonged heating at high temperature of about 95 degrees centigrade, and consequently it undergoes a gradual aging process. So with this constantly the transformer oil being affected by a high temperature, there will be some change in the transformer oil. With time, the oil becomes darker due to the formation of acids and resins or sludge in the liquid. Some of the acids are corrosive to the solid insulating material and the metal parts of the transformer. Deposits of sludge on the transformer core, on the coils, and inside of the oil ducts reduce circulation of the oil, and thus its heat transfer capability gets considerably reduced. So we have completed this transformer oil. We'll go to the synthetic hydrocarbons. Among synthetic liquid dielectrics, polyolefins are the dielectrics of choice for applications in power cables. Over 55% of synthetic hydrocarbons produced worldwide today are polyolefins. Most commonly used olefins are polybutyl and alkyl aromatic hydrocarbons, or that is alkyl benzene. Their general characteristics are very similar to those of the mineral oils. Now we'll go to chlorinated hydrocarbons. Two aromatic hydrocarbons, benzene and phenyl, are chlorinated to produce a chlorinated aromatic compound called ascaryls, or simply polychlorinated biphenyl (PCBs). They possess high fire point and excellent electrical properties. In recent years, their use has been banned throughout the world because they pose serious health hazards. Next type is the silicon oils. Silicon oils represent an alternative to PCBs, but they are expensive even at temperature of 150 degrees centigrade. They exhibit high long-term thermal stability. Silicon oils are resistant to most of the chemicals and are oxidation resistant even at high temperatures. They can be used at a high temperature than mineral oils. Silicon oils are acceptable substitute for the PCBs in transformer despite of their slight inferior non-flammable properties. The next we'll talk about esters. Esters are natural esters such as castor oil has been used as capacitor in pregnant for many years, but currently two types of synthetic esters are being used. They are organic esters and phosphate esters. The organic esters have high boiling point in relation to their viscosity and therefore have high fire points. They have a good viscosity temperature relationship and used extensively in capacitors. The phosphate esters have high boiling point and low flammability and therefore used in transformers that are to be installed in hazardous areas. Now of these we'll be talking about now about the latest developments. Some new oils have been introduced in the recent years. These are being marketed under different commercial names such as high temperature hydrocarbon oil, tetrachloroethylene, and perfluoropolyether. High temperature hydrocarbon or HTH oils have good electrical, insulating, and adequate heat transfer properties. They are chemically similar to the regular mineral transformer oil but possess higher boiling points and higher fire points. However, they have a higher viscosity which reduces their heat transfer capabilities. Now, the tetrachloroethylene C2Cl4 is a non-flammable insulating liquid and it uses mixtures with mineral oil. It has very low viscosity and therefore gives excellent heat transfer properties. Some typical properties of HTH oil and C2Cl4 are given. Uh, the perfluoropolyether has been recently introduced in the European market with the trade name Galden HT40. It is non-flammable oil and its boiling point exceeds 400 degrees centigrade. It possesses low vapor pressure, so can be used as heat transfer medium. So here we have seen different types of classification of liquid dielectrics from transformer oil to synthetic hydrocarbons, chlorinated hydrocarbons, silicon oils, ester, and now we have talked about the recent developments in the creation of liquid dielectrics. So this is the end of this lecture. Thank you.